Flags across Guam are being flown at half-staff for former Vice Speaker Ted Nelson. Nelson passed away Monday, just 3 months shy of his 90th birthday.
He was our rock. He was the one that always encouraged forgiveness. He never said anything negative about anyone else. He was always very positive, and he was always encouraging us to reconcile with others.
His granddaughter, former Senator Selena Nelson, says her papa was a man who was always there for his family, a man who instilled so much life lessons.
A lot of that comes from him surviving the war, and just the courage that he's had and the faith in God that he transmitted to us, to serve the other. And it was always a huge thing for him, and especially also my grandmother. And it's kind of hard just to talk about one singular person. You can't talk, it's very difficult to talk about my grandfather without my grandmother, because they were always together. They were a pair. Everywhere Ted went, Gloria was there, and everywhere Gloria went, Ted was there.
Ted and Gloria were the perfect match, serving their island and the region at a young age, from being educators in Guam and Palau to serving in local government. Former Speaker Judy Wampat recalls working with Ted during her first term in the 23rd Guam legislature.
Ted was such a strong Democrat and a proponent, of course, of the party and what we do, that when there were, the new senators that came in and decided to walk out when they took away the position of Speaker from Tom Ada and also from Ben Pangilinan in Committee on Rules, Ted was very sympathetic to us, and he decided to join the group. We didn't even know about this, so we used to say, the magnificent 7+1. So he was the +1.
A politician, she says, that always guided his colleagues on how to best serve the people.
The guy would walk the talk. He would stand also in the same, position as being very staunch, very supportive, and very passionate about what it is that he's fighting for.
The current speaker, Frank Blas Jr., says Ted was a man who gets things done.
He was a very strong, willed individual who was very passionate with what he was doing. Over the years, his voice got a little more softer, but his heart was still very strong.
Blas describing Ted as a statesman who left an indelible mark.
It was never, he never took that I was a Republican and he was a Democrat into any consideration of a conversation. It was always about what was best for the people.
Inalahan Mayor and Democratic Party of Guam Chair Anthony Chargloff says Ted was a person always willing to lend an ear and offer support.
We are definitely heartbroken to hear of the passing of Vice Speaker Ted Nelson. His commitment to the people of Guam and his tireless work in public service have made a lasting impact on this community.
Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio says his passing is a big loss for Guam.
He could make a very, very, very good, strong case for something, and he wasn't afraid of anything. He had a big heart, very compassionate.
Tenorio adding Ted was a hard worker who established the Land for the Landless program, making sure people had a place to build homes, while also finding ways to appropriate GovGuam funding.
The people of Guam should be proud of his accomplishment. We're a better place because of him.
Ted's work went beyond what most saw on session floor. He was a man of faith and respect.
Every time we would talk about anything, he says, remember, thank God, be humble, and pray, pray, pray. And that would be, yes, Papa.
His wisdom was one thing admired by many, along with his style that made him stand out even more.
He's the only one that could carry Elvis into the 2000s. I mean, he was our Elvis.
Ted was also there cheering his granddaughter when she became senator, following his footsteps. And for her papa,
I would tell him that I'm forever grateful for everything that he's taught me in life. The faith in the Lord that he has transmitted to all of us, the courage that he had and he taught us to have to do what is right. I'm forever grateful of the selflessness that he has shown us. for his sacrifices that he has made, for his love, and for his constant encouragement and just abundance of his generosity.
A generosity that lives on in the generations lucky enough to have been a part of his life.